I never harmed neither one of my kids. My kids was present there, but I never harmed neither one of my kids. I have 4 children. I love all my kids equally.
Okay.
Welcome back to Get Your Life. Today we have a revocation hearing. Let's take a listen.
Do you have any staff? I see your attorney is there with you, but is there any staff room there with you this morning?
Sergeant Morris, Ms. Bernardson.
Thank you, Sergeant Morris, for accommodating us this afternoon. We appreciate it. Mr. West, would you introduce yourself? Tell us your name and your DOC number, please.
Nicholas West, 731.
Yes, that's correct. 731-429. That's what I got.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. Counsel, would you introduce yourself for the record, please, sir?
Good morning. Good afternoon now. I'm Jermaine Harris, and I represent Mr. West.
And you are retained counsel?
Yes, ma'am.
So, Mr. West, we're here for a revocation decision. I'm gonna read some allegations against you, ask you to enter a plea of guilty or not guilty. Then we'll have your case has been assigned to Mr. Tillis. He'll take the lead on asking you some questions about what happened in your plea. And Mr. Harris, if you want to jump in at any time, feel free to do so. Then we'll ask you at the end, Mr. Harris, to wrap it up for us, to, closing statement.
Thank you.
Okay, are you ready to proceed, Mr. West?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you are accused of violating condition number 4, and it states, on May 26, 2023, you committed the offense of battery of a police officer, felony, domestic abuse battery with children present, felony, and criminal damage to property, which was a misdemeanor. You were arrested by the Alexandria Police Department. The charges were dismissed by the Rapides Parish DA's office. But how do you plead to violation of condition number 4?
I give.
That not guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
Then we have one other condition, number 10. You're currently in arrears of $1,479 towards supervision fees, with the last payment being made March 1st, 2023. How do you plead to violating condition number 10?
Guilty.
Okay. Would you answer any questions Mr. Tillis may have?
Good afternoon, Mr. West. How are you?
I like it.
Good. I've read your case and I wanted to hear your side of it. What happened?
Well, my girlfriend was drinking and I wanted to take my kids home. And we had a disagreement. We was going back and forth having words. And one of her family members got involved in it. So we started having words. She tried to get in the middle of it. She tried to break it up. A lick was thrown, and I tried to move out the way, and me and a family member got physical.
Okay. What about the police incident?
I got frustrated. I'm not gonna lie. Yes, I was in the back of the police car. I got frustrated.
How long have you been detained?
How long I've been incarcerated?
Incarcerated?
It's a year.
1 year?
Yes,
Have
sir.
you classes, anger management, or?
No, sir. I haven't taken no classes. I don't mind taking on anger management.
Do you feel that you're not using drugs, are you? You
No,
don't
sir.
never use drugs?
No, sir.
And we don't have a problem taking some classes. Maybe, what about the abuse of the child? What's your take on that?
I never harmed neither one of my kids. My kids was present there, but I never harmed neither one of my kids. I have 4 children. I love all my kids equally.
Okay. Okay.
The battery of a police officer and a felony, what actually happened between you and the police officer?
I was in the back of the police car. I was kicking the car door. And to be honest with you, that really was it. The officer really got mad because she said she didn't want to press no charges against me. That's really what happened.
He said she didn't want to press any charges?
Yes, sir.
Then the officer opened the door of the car and that's when you and him got into it or something?
Yes, no, I kept kicking the back of the police car, so they pulled me out and they hog-tied me.
And where did the battery of the police officer come in?
He said I kicked him in the chest, but I didn't.
And what are the details of the domestic abuse battery? What happened there exactly? Kick
She was in
somebody, slap somebody?
No, sir. She was trying to defuse the situation. She was trying to get in between us, and I moved out the way, and me and a family member was fighting.
So I see these charges were dismissed by the district attorney eventually. You had a lawyer in that case. Why do you think these charges were dismissed?
I think it was dismissed because I didn't do nothing wrong towards her.
There was no damage to the police car?
Yes, sir. It was. It was the fact that I was kicking a police car. So I'm not gonna sit up there and I'm not gonna lie and I'm not gonna take full responsibility. What I did, I was wrong. So I take full responsibility what I did. I had no business kicking a police car.
Sorry. All right, that's all the questions I have.
And the victim in this matter is, what's your relationship?
That's my girlfriend. That's the mother of my kids.
That's Miss Milton?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Anything you want to say to us before we turn it over to Mr. Harris?
I want to say I take full responsibility of what I did, and I apologize to the parole board. Not only do I apologize to the parole board, but I apologize to my kids, me being away from my kids, me not being in their life and not taking care of them. And also I had a job before all this occurred. I was working at Outlaws. So I want to say I apologize for my actions.
If you don't get revoked here today, where do you plan on going to live and who do you plan on living with?
I'm living with my mother currently, 3616 Grandma Street.
And you said currently, but is that where you plan on going to live?
Yes, sir.
What's the status of your relationship with the victim in the crime, Miss Milton?
That's my girlfriend.
Still your girlfriend?
Yes, sir.
Is she here today? Or is she
No,
want to
sir.
tell you got anything to say? No?
She said she was gonna be on a Zoom meeting. I don't know what happened.
All right. Thank you.
Mr. Harris?
Once again, good afternoon. What our request would be in this matter would be for Mr. West to be allowed to remain on parole, but also take some additional classes. I think it's my understanding that with him being, with this situation now, with him being a parole violator, he wasn't eligible to take certain classes that he needed to take here. But he's definitely open to doing that. I did represent him on the charges that form the basis of the revocation here today, and those charges were dismissed. And as Mr. West stated, he made some poor choices, but I don't believe that it's beyond repair, beyond something being salvageable. I think a part of what happened also on that particular evening was that there were other people involved in the situation outside of just Mr. West and the lady that was involved in the situation. And I think she also let the prosecution know that she did not want to go forward with the case, but also that they both needed some type of classes and counseling and dealing with not just their situation, but with their children. And he has been involved with the children. He's also supportive of the children when he was working prior to being arrested. But he's admitted he's made some poor choices. But I do think that with some classes, something that could benefit him with counseling, I think that I don't think he will be a problem serving out the rest of his time on parole.
Thank you, Mr. Harris. Prepared to vote, Mr. Tillis?
Deny.
It's,
Revoke.
yeah. Well, they're not doing that.
My vote is to revoke. I think you need to get some anger management classes and some more training, as your attorney said. And I would hope you'd move on from there.
Mr. Bowen?
I'll concur with Mr. Tillis.
And I also concur, Mr. West, to ensure that you are afforded the opportunity for those classes. My vote also is to revoke. We're going to recommend anger management at the very least. You will have the opportunity, and I think they may offer that there where you're at. If not, we'll see that you move somewhere that does offer it, and you'll have the opportunity to reapply for parole once you've completed that class.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's our vote today. We wish you well, and I hope to see you again as soon as you finish your class. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Harris. We appreciate your comments today.
All right, thanks.
Next is gonna be, Rondell.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and be sure to turn on your notifications so that you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching. Also, be sure to comment down below.